Barcelona didn't just run out of money, they ran out of future. By 2021, one of the richest football clubs on earth was facing roughly 1.35 billion euros in total debt and future liabilities. But here's the part most people get wrong. Barcelona did not simply borrow 1.35 billion euros from banks. The real story was much stranger. The club had spent money it hadn't earned yet, promised players money years into the future, used transfers to create accounting profits without creating much real cash, and eventually reached a point where hundreds of millions of euros were coming due almost at once. Then COVID arrived, and everyone had the perfect explanation. Empty stadium, no tourists, no matchday revenue. Barcelona had been destroyed by the pandemic, except Barcelona's own investigation later suggested that wasn't really true. COVID hurt, but the machine was already breaking. And when you follow where the money actually went, you can almost rebuild the disaster euro by euro. In June 2018, Barcelona's net financial debt was around 159 million euros. By March 2021, it was 673 million euros. That's an increase of exactly 514 million euros. So where did €500 million disappear? This is where the story gets uncomfortable. Barcelona's review identified roughly 306 million euros in net investment in players. Add another 92 million euros connected to Espai Barça. Then 45 million euros in other operating investments. And finally, 71 million euros in financial costs, plus 92, plus 45, plus 71. Exactly 514 million euros. The missing money wasn't missing at all. Barcelona had simply been spending faster than the business was generating cash. And players were at the center of it. Between 2017 and 2020, Barcelona's wage bill exploded. In only 3 years, it increased by roughly 61%. But the dangerous part wasn't only what players were being paid immediately, it was what Barcelona promised them later. Signing bonuses, loyalty bonuses, end-of-contract premiums, deferred salary, money that didn't necessarily hurt today's bank account, but would eventually arrive like a bill through the door. The club's due diligence estimated that if Barcelona had kept the same squad for the 2021/22 season, its total payroll could have reached around 835 million euros. That's approximately 108% of recurring revenue. Think about that. Before paying for the stadium, before employees, before travel, before interest, before almost anything else. Barcelona could have spent more than every recurring euro it earned, just paying its squad. And then came what looked like good news. Players agreed to salary reductions. Barcelona was saving money. Right? Not exactly. In many cases, those salaries weren't erased, they were postponed. By March 2021, Barcelona identified roughly 389 million euros in deferred salary-related commitments, including postponed first-team wages and huge future bonuses. So when headlines said Barcelona's players had taken pay cuts, part of what was really happening was something closer to this. The players were lending Barcelona time, and Barcelona desperately needed it. Because the most dangerous number wasn't 1.35 billion euros, it was 470 million euros. That's roughly how much of Barcelona's obligations was scheduled to become payable between March 2021 and June 2022. A club worth billions on paper was suddenly facing a cash problem right now. At one stage, Barcelona needed an 80 million euro loan for only 90 days. Joan Laporta later said the club also needed bridge financing from Goldman Sachs simply to help meet wage payments. Imagine owning a mansion worth millions, but not having enough cash to pay tomorrow morning's electricity bill. That's the kind of crisis Barcelona had created. But there was another trick keeping the accounts alive: player transfers. And one deal explains it almost perfectly. In 2020, Barcelona sold Arthur to Juventus for a reported 72 million euros plus variables. At almost the same time, Barcelona bought Miralem Pjanić from Juventus for around 60 million euros plus variables. Money going one way, money coming straight back the other. So why do it? Accounting. When Barcelona sold Arthur, much of the accounting profit from that sale could be recognized immediately. But when Barcelona bought Pjanić, his transfer cost could be spread across the years of his contract. So, on paper, Barcelona could record a large profit today, while pushing much of the new expense into tomorrow. Very little about the actual football business had improved. Barcelona had simply moved another problem into the future. And according to Laporta's incoming administration, some of the problems went even deeper. His administration alleged that certain expenses and debt operations had been divided into smaller pieces so that individual transactions remained below internal approval thresholds. Laporta also publicly questioned commissions and scouting-related payments. Those were allegations from the incoming leadership, not final judicial findings. But they revealed something important. Barcelona's crisis wasn't only about buying expensive footballers. It was also about how the club was being governed, and even getting rid of players didn't always solve the problem. Here's another detail fans rarely think about. A player can leave Barcelona and still cost Barcelona money. In the club's 2022/23 accounts, roughly 253.7 million euros in player acquisition costs was still waiting to be recognized in future expenses. And during that same season, terminating several contracts created an additional loss of around 56.6 million euros. The locker could be empty, the player could be gone, and Barcelona could still be paying the accounting price years later. By this point, the new leadership needed a solution, and that gave birth to Barcelona's famous financial levers. The idea was simple: sell pieces of future revenue to get money today. Barcelona sold stakes connected to assets including its digital content business. Once again, the club was solving today's problem using tomorrow's money. And one Barça Studios related operation shows why that became controversial. The club's accounts included around 135 million euros expected from the sale of shares. But by June 2024, Barcelona had fully provisioned that 135 million euros. That doesn't automatically mean the money can never be recovered, but it shows the difference between something having value in the accounts and actual cash arriving in Barcelona's bank account. And that's the twist at the center of this entire story. Barcelona's crisis was created by constantly pulling money forward from the future. Deferred salaries, future bonuses, transfer amortization, future revenues. And when the club needed to escape, it reached into the future again. Barcelona survived. The doors stayed open, the team kept playing, and the debt was restructured rather than disappearing overnight. But even the rebuilt Camp Nou is tied to that future. Espai Barça financing is designed to be repaid largely from revenue generated by the new stadium. Parts of that financing carry interest rates in roughly the 6 to 8% range, with some maturities stretching decades into the future. In some cases, as far as 2075. Which means Barcelona's financial crisis wasn't simply one insane summer of spending. It was years of decisions built around one dangerous idea. We'll pay for it later, and eventually, later arrived. Barcelona survived the billion-euro crisis, but part of the bill may still be paid by fans who haven't even been born yet.